Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm excited to show you Small Time Heroes' upcoming expansion that's on crowdfunding right now. And disclaimer that I got a review copy of the original game, but I don't take money from publishers, I just want to help you make an informed decision and show off the game. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So if you haven't heard of Small Time Heroes before, it's a card game, sort of boss battler, survival, dungeon delving, Slay the Spire-ish game, heavily inspired by Slay the Spire. And it was one of my top 10 games of last year, and if you listen to the podcast, it was Peter's #1 game of last year. Spoilers, so we just love it. And the new expansion has 2 new heroes. It's got the Wizard, who I'm going to be showing in this preview, and it's got the Cleric. Then it's got, I think, 4 new bosses. The one I'm showing today, the only one they sent for the prototype, and this is all a prototype, by the way, everything's still in development, stuff could change, is the Nothing for those Neverending Story fans, with their minions, the Unremembered. It's like the island of misfit toys. I'm going to try out the Wizard, see how well he does against the Nothing, and at the end I'll have some thoughts on the new stuff overall. So let's deal out our Unremembered minions first from the level 1 deck. So we've got a Sock Puppet, and Stretch Strong Arms, and another Sock Puppet, okay. And the core mechanic of the Nothing are memories and being unremembered. So you're going to see the Sock Puppet, Stretch Strong Arms, and the other Sock Puppet each have a little 1 kind of cloud icon here. The numbers can vary, it's just by chance that I got all 1s. And these put that many memory tokens over their powers. So Stretch Strong Arms would usually be a guard unit and would stop other units from being attacked. But right now that is not active. Sock Puppet would have this special power. Right now that's not active. And we can set their starting life, 6, 8, and 6. And yeah, so how this mechanic works is while these tokens, at least 1, are on these powers, they are not active. So Stretch Strong Arms is just a 2 attack, 8 health guy with nothing else. The Sock Puppets are just 2, 6. But some of the minion powers and a lot of the boss's powers will unremember minions. What that does is it takes 1 token away from them, putting it on the boss's tile. And once all the tokens are removed, then their power is suddenly active. But additionally, when you finally get to the boss fight against the Nothing, they convert each set of 5 memory tokens into strength for the battle. So they're pulling memory off their minions, and they're also unremembering you, which forces you to discard a random card from your hand and take damage. So just lots of memory shenanigans going on and making the boss harder. That's their main mechanic. As for the Wizard, they've got a few special things going on, but the biggest one is that they are 2 characters. They've got their big bear stuffed animal, because they're like a stuffed animal summoner. Definitely a theme I've never seen before, but I like it. So they've got their big bear, who's got 16 health, and they themselves only have 9 health. But the bear starts in front and the Wizard starts in the back, and they have many cards that can switch. Sorry, I guess I should flip it that way. Switch who is in the front and in the back. And the key thing is whoever's in the front is the one who gets damaged by enemy attacks, whose block gets used, because they can gain tokens separately, like the Wizard can get blocked that the bear doesn't get and vice versa. So yeah, they want to manage who's in front and in back, because a lot of their cards give them bonuses and powers based on where they're located. And then another big mechanic, let me find their starting one, are that they have allies. They can summon units, these stuffies, that'll get free attacks every turn, can take damage for them. Very cool. They have a few other mechanics that we'll see as we go. But for now, let's just jump in and pick their starting card. So here's our current market. We've got Sorry, and all the art is, again, prototype, like they just have a bunch of stand-in art. So Sorry says heal 3, but if you damage the bear this turn, because they do have many cards, well, they start with only 1 in their main deck, but they can get more. They have cards that hurt themselves. If they damage the bear this turn, heal 6 instead. And then Pop Rock says pop 1 bubble. Bubble is another one of their special mechanics. They put these tokens on somebody, and it prevents the entire next instance of damage that person would take, even if it's like 6 or 8 damage. Pretty amazing. And these also last turn to turn, unlike blocks. So if you don't get hit, the bubble sticks around. So yeah, Pop Rocks lets me pop a bubble to deal 3 damage to every enemy, which is pretty awesome. Stop Hitting Yourself costs 0 energy, does 1 damage to the bear. The bear hurts himself, but then he does 5 damage. And again, it's going to also trigger bonuses like the Sorry healing 6 instead of 3. And then finally, Bubble Boy just gives you another bubble. You have a starting bubble card, but I think it costs 2 energy. So having one that costs 1 is pretty great. So I could go for like Bubble Boy and Pop Rocks. That's a pretty good combo. but I think just cheap automatic damage at the start is going to help me defeat these guys easiest. So I'll get that one. And ooh, we got another stuffy we could get in a second. All right, and with that, let's get into it. If you have not seen this game in action before, I'll explain things some as we go, but I'm not going to be going into tons of depth because we've already covered it several times. All right, so let's look at our starting cards here. Actually, I'll lay them out. So I've got Bubble to apply a bubble. Apply means it can go to either character or even to stuffies. If it just said gain, then it would have to be on the character matching the card. Because you'll see, well, actually, I got all wizard cards this time. That's not great. But some cards match the wizard and some cards match the bear. Yeah, so for 2, I can apply a bubble. For 0, I can deal 1 damage to bear and give him 1 strength this, or actually apply anybody 1 strength this turn. Wouldn't have to be the bear. For attack, I can deal 3 damage. If I'm in the back, I can deal 4, which I am right now. That's pretty good. I can summon my basic Stuffy, who will get a free 1 damage and also has 3 life. Or I can heal. Not as much attacking as I might have liked. Well, let's look at the enemies. So they're either doing a circle or a triangle. Circle is Stretch Strong Arm, so I definitely can't defeat. I think if I'm tricky, I can defeat the Sock Puppet this turn. And then Circle would unremember every minion, so all their powers would be active, and all minions gain 2 block. That's annoying. And Triangle would unremember the minion with the most memories and then activate it, which is also annoying and not much I can do about that. I mean, I think defeating the Sock Puppet is probably the way to go here. So to that end, let's get these out of the way. I'm going to do this little combo. I'm going to attack for 1 energy. That'll do 4 damage to that Sock Puppet. Then I'm going to summon my basic Stuffy for 1 energy. That's ready to do 1 damage. And then I will, sorry, Bear, do for 0, 1 damage to Bear and apply 1 strength this turn. Apply means it can go on anybody. So it's going to go on the basic Stuffy. I mean, I guess I could have also put it on myself and just done the attack. It'll work out the same. It's going to be plus 1 damage. And then I got just 1 energy left. I would rather do the bubble. Oh, sorry, I didn't use my 3rd energy. Yeah, I'd rather do the bubble, but I don't have enough. So I'm going to spend my last energy to heal the bear right back. Good job, bear. And then at the end of my turn, the basic Stuffy sticks around, but he is doing 2 damage with the strength, which then goes away. So that was 4 from my attack and 2 from the Stuffy. So that Sock Puppet is gone, and the memory goes away. So the nothing will not be able to grab it. I guess we'll put the Stuffy over here. So he can take 3 damage for me if I want him to, and he's going to get discarded at the end of the wave, so I probably do. And yeah, I was about to say, jeez, this is a weird shuffle. Here's all my bear cards. I knew they were weighted in there, but I didn't realize every single one of them, including the Stop Hitting Yourself, was there. Well, this should be a pretty blocky and violent turn in a second. But let's see what the enemies are doing. Come on, triangle. Gosh darn it. Okay, so circle. So first, Stretch Strong Arms activates and attacks for 2. I'll have the basic Stuffy tank all of that. And they don't have a track. I guess I'm supposed to use like these damage tokens for them. I think that's what these are. So that's 2 out of 3. Now, any excess damage is not lost. The Stuffies aren't that good. If, like, somebody attacked me right now, let's say for 4 damage, and I blocked with him, 1 would defeat him, but the other 3 would go to the bear. Like, they kind of have automatic trample damage, if you want to think of it that way. Okay, so that was Circle. Then he's unremembering all minions. So now I have to attack Stretch Strong Arms. His guard is in effect. And all minions gain 2 block. Wonderful. And for next turn, that's interesting. It's going to be Stretch Strong Arms again, or Diamond. All right. Oh, and that could also activate him. So let's try to defeat Stretch Strong Arms. I don't know if the bear can do 10 damage, which is what he would need, but we'll make an effort. And let's see the rest of the cards in my deck. So I've got Berserk, Switch, which would force the wizard to be in the front, which is not where I want him. And then I deal 3 damage, but if he's in the back after the switch, he deals 5 damage, which he would be. Oh, so maybe I can, because that's 5 and 5. All right. Stop hitting yourself, deal 1 damage to self, deal 5 damage. We know that. Defend, gain 6 block, and if it's in the front, deal 3 damage. Block is gain 3 block, and switch if he's in the back to be in the front. And attack is, holy crud, I'm going to do all the damage this time. Yeah, and the stuff he's still hitting. So let's do Stop Hitting Yourself for free. Love that I got that card. So he takes 1 damage. We'll try to heal it later. And he does 5 to Stretch. That gets rid of both his guard and 3 of his 8 life. Actually, you know what? I was going to do something different. I was going to like switch the bear and then try to switch him back. I'm just not going to switch him at all. Instead, I'm going to do Defend for 2 of my 3 energy. Gets 6 block, give me a break, and does 3 more damage. So Stretch Strong Arms is down to 2. And then I'll do a basic attack for my last energy to finish him off. Oh, wait a second. Did I have a... I did have a reward. I actually want to trash... Yeah, sorry. This is from the sock puppet I defeated earlier. I could have cleared out the entire card row. Stretch gives me nothing. And yeah, well, I kind of like the Bard Stuffy. He's sort of like a massive Stuffy strategy, which I don't think I'm going to get to. So let's go ahead and give ourselves some other options. Okay, now it's very bear heavy. We'll look at those later. But all right, so that kept Bear in the front. He did take 1 damage, but he's super guarded up, and we have defeated the Stretch guy. The basic stuff, he does get to attack for 1, but it's not going to achieve anything because the sock puppet's about to lose that guard anyway. All right, and looking at our final stuff, seeing we should be able to pretty easily defeat the last guy. Though I kind of wish I'd gotten my heal. I don't want to hurt the bear at all. Well, maybe I can slow play it, although I don't want the boss to build up memories. Well, whatever. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, it's another circle. Wow. So actually, this is great. So nobody activates because Circle's dead. He unremembers all minions, which doesn't do anything because he's already unremembered. And then he gains 2 block. So that is it. That was a very weak turn. Oh, what's next, though? Unremember all minions. Minions with no memories activate. So if we can just block 2, then we're fine. In case I, again, want to slow play to get the heal. Oh, that was 6 block wasted there. That sucks. I mean, if I can defeat the guy, I guess I will. I mean, how much can we do here? The attack will do 4 because I'm still in the back. 5 from the stuff. I need to do 8 to defeat the guy straight up. Oh, and then defend. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, still, I'm not going to wait. Whatever. 1 damage to the bear is not a big deal. So attack for 4. 2 more energy for 3 more, that's 7, and the bear stuffy is 8, exactly enough to defeat him. As usual, the bear stuffy gets discarded. But yeah, as usual, the first wave is super duper easy. Now the health is maintained, so the bear is still at 15 instead of 16, and also the who's in front is maintained between waves, so I am going to still have the bear in front where I think I want him. And I heal 3. Well, I guess I'll put that on the bear. I didn't even notice that. And then I can take 2 cards or take 1 and call 1. I pretty much never call unless I'm playing one of the campaigns where you do 3 bosses in a row. So I'll just get 2. But the sock puppet I defeated does let me potentially call the row. So let's look at these new bear cards we got and see if we like them. So we've got an Apprentice Stuffy, who only has 1 life, but he hits for 2 every round. So I can just not hurt him. And he only costs 1 energy? That's ridiculous. Yeah, I think I got to get him. But let's check these bear cards. Okay, Annoyed is free. Anytime bear takes damage this turn, I get to deal 3 damage. And I've got 2 damage to bear cards. Remember the one I started with and that new one. Snuggle Puddle. Apply 3 block to all heroes. That's sort of a weird card, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, if Drew, you're watching this, I'm sure you will be. Seems odd that you're going to put block on both heroes, because in what instance, you can't switch in the middle of a turn. How is the block on the back hero going to matter? Although I feel like there might be cards, if I'm remembering right, where the bear does damage from blocks. Maybe that's why. And then finally, Leg Day is free. Every time you switch this turn, gain 3 block. Although it's block going on the bear, so I'd have to theoretically switch twice to get him back to where he needs to be. Yeah, definitely Apprentice, Stuffy, and Annoyed seem to be the ones for my deck. So let's get this one first. We get to redraw. Oh, that's right. I was choosing whether I wanted to trash all of this from that last enemy. I do not. Okay, so I'm going to get Annoyed unless this one's great. I am Rubber. If Bear's in the back, he gains 1 strength, switches to the front, and gains 6 block. Ooh, that's really good. Although I have to have gotten him to the back, which is already kind of questionable. And then I need to spend 2 energy, so that would be almost my entire turn. Annoyed seems like it's going to be a free, with 2 cards that hurt the bear that I'm using pretty consistently. It seems like it's going to be a free 3 damage every turn. Maybe? Yeah. I think I'm going to get this. Maybe I'll go to I Am Rubber later. We'll see how things pan out. Ooh, but it's another Stuffy. Maybe not. I'm really liking the Stuffy. 6 life. And anytime this Stuffy takes damage, draw a card. Ooh, although it does cost 2 to summon, but that is a lot of tankiness. All right, so we keep the memories on the nothing. Now we've got Brickmaw, Whisper, and Toy Rhinoceros. And notice that this time, they are going to take multiple unrememberings for Brickmaw to get his, gain 3 strength every time he activates. No, thank you. And he's got a block and 8 life. Whisper does not have any memory, so he will be able to do his power right away, which is each time he activates, I have to permanently remove a card from my hand. Hey, more culling. I do like culling in these games, but not that often. And then Toy Rhinoceros has 2 memories, but then he's going to unremember me, which makes me discard a random card and take 2 damage. And we've still got this card. So what is it? Unremember all minions. So none of them will get their power yet from that. Oh, but then minions with no memories activate. Okay, so Whisper is going to hit me for 4 and permanently remove a card from my hand this coming turn. But that's the only attack happening. So if I can kill Whisper for 8, then I'll say no thank you and I'll be good to go. Well, let's see how my draw treats me. Got my new Stuffy. Got my other Stuffy. Okay. I think, yeah, if I summon both Stuffies and play Stop Hitting Yourself, I can defeat the Whisper and then nobody's going to hit me. Yeah, it's going to go great. Okay. By the way, the Cleric in my play so far has been a little bit overpowered. The Wizard might be too. I haven't played him as much, but they're still balancing everything, so that's fine. All right, so yeah, we'll play Apprentice Stuffy. Come to attention. And Basic Stuffy, your turn is up. Man, now I kind of wish I had that guy that gave all the Stuffies strength. And what was it? Stop hitting yourself. Take 1 damage. I'm dealing 5 to Whisper. And then I'll heal my bear boy right back up because you don't need to block. So that was 5 damage, 6, 7, 8. Everyone knows summoners are the strongest. Oh, so I can trash the row. But I like that Jester Stuffy. I might want to get him. I kind of like I Am Rubber. I mean, there are better combos. Maybe I should trash it all. Because he's not doing a lot of damage and he costs a lot of energy. Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's get rid of all these. Because there are some things that do cool, stuffy combos. Arrive, gain 1 strength for every other Stuffy when I summon him. And he's already doing 2 damage. Yeah, warrior. All right, then the boss activates. And it's a pretty boring one. He unremembers all minions. But none of them are attacking because they all have memories. Ha ha ha. Now what's next? He's either going to do that again, which would cause the Tyrannosaurus to attack, or he's going to unremember me twice. So if I had, 4 block, or I could put some on the Stuffies, that would be good. But we'll deal with that when we get to it. All right, we got Defend, Attack, Berserk, Bubble, and Annoyed. Okay, so the bear's not going to take damage this turn. I guess that card didn't work out this time. I could do Defend would give me enough block for the effect he's about to do. And I could do 3 damage. Attack would do 3 more damage. I mean, I could do Berserk and do 8. Well, let's see. How much would this do? So that would be 6, 8, 9 from the Stuffies, which would be enough to get rid of the Tyrannosaurus before he gets unremembered to attack. So yeah, let's not switch the bear because I don't want to leave me in the front. That's not really where I want to be. So I'm just going to play these 2. So bear gains 6 block, which I guess he won't need. Then he's doing 3 damage. He's doing 3 more damage plus 3 more damage. So that is 9. Even with his guard, he's gone, and I denied that memory. And I get to draw a card, which I won't be able to play. Oh, Quick Stitch. Deal 1 damage to bear and apply 1 strength this turn. Oh, wait, no. I had to technically end my turn to have the Stuffies attack. So I literally cannot play these 0 value cards, even though I could have otherwise. All right, and what's the boss doing? Oh, it's another side. So he unremembers all minions, and then they would have activated. I'm glad he did that instead of unremembering me twice. This does get us to 5. They have a 5 side on these to make it easy to convert them to strength in the boss fight. So that's 1 strength for the boss, definitely. And we just got to do 9 damage to take out the doggy boy. And what's coming up? Oh, okay, unremember me twice, which is just straight up damage. But, I've been doing a lot of damage. I bet I can take out this guy. Let's see. We got, an attack for 4. I can hurt the bear to give somebody strength. The bear himself can attack. Oh, man. Okay. I'm not getting any healing from the reward this time. But I just need to do 9 damage. And they've already got 3. So I need to do 6. That's 4. Okay, so basic attack. Yeah, this is ultra easy here. So bam, bam. So that's 3, 7, 8, 10. More than enough. Get out of here, buddies. And he gives me no reward. That's fine. All right, and I can get 2 new cards or a new card and a potion. So Warrior Stuffy. The Stuffy strategy is kind of busted, but in a way that I enjoy. So let's go for that first. Then we'll look for the other options. Oh, you shall not pass. He has to be in the front. And then he gives himself a bubble, which is pretty cool. But I don't know if I want to be in the front. Pinch. Every time you switch this turn, deal 1 damage to self and gain 1 strength. No, I'm not really switching that much. Ooh, Bond is interesting. Bond means if either of the characters has dealt themselves damage, has been damaged during your own turn. So that one is pretty... I still only have 2 cards, and I've added a lot more to my deck. But a lot of them are Stuffies that just stay out. Yeah, and heal all heroes 3 sounds good, but I'm really not putting the wizard in front with my current build. So let's go for, I could do tit for tat, or I could get a potion, but just murder. Murder is always a good option here. All right, let's see our wave 3 enemies. We got Brick Maw again, except now he gives himself 4 strength, but he's got 3 memories. Ooh, Voidling has no memories, and 12 life, but gives me a potion. And another Whisper, so not a lot of memories for the boss to get, but also not anything to stop the enemies from doing nasty stuff to me. All right. And what's actually happening? Oh, he's just unremembering me twice. Well, that's fine, right? None of these guys are even attacking, which is probably better in a later wave because it didn't get any nastier. But first, let's see what I can do. Okay, so, this is great. I've got Stop Hitting Yourself. The bear hurts himself 1, then deals 5 damage. And then Tit for Tat. If the bear's been hurt or the wizard's been hurt, I get to do 5 more damage, so that's 10. And then I can put out my Stuffy to get another damage started. And the bear could gain 3 block. Oh, which is good, because when he unremembers me, I take 2 damage, so that's going to prevent 3 of it. Or I guess I could have the Stuffy take 2 and the bear block 2 if I don't want to take any damage on the bear. But yeah, that's definitely what I'm doing. So, Stop Hitting Yourself does move it down to 15. It's going to be 5 damage. I'm not sure who to attack yet. Then Tit for Tat. It's going to be 5 more. Then he's getting 3 block. And he doesn't switch because he's not in the back. And then we're bringing out the basic Stuffy. And yeah, we still have literally not played the bubble. Maybe I should let Whisper just remove it. I mean, it's a great card. It just costs a lot. And I didn't get the cheaper versions. Okay, and then the basic Stuffy is going to do 1 more damage. So 11 damage total. That is enough to defeat Brick Maw. It is enough to no, it's not enough to defeat the Voidling. It is enough to defeat Whisper even with his shields. So, what's the Voidling do? When they activate, they attack for 3, which is not terrible. But all other minions gain 1 memory, 1 strength, and 2 block. It's pretty nasty. But also, we've had several, I think like at least 2 circle activations, and 0 of either of these. And Brick Maw doesn't waste any of the damage I'm dealing. It's using the full 11. Okay, so I'm going to take an educated guess and get rid of the only guy that gives the boss memories, so he's not leveling up. I can clear the row if I want. Brick Maw is done. And yeah, you know what? I am going to clear the row because I don't have anything that is Stuffy related. I want to get like one of the cards that uses the oh my gosh, he costs 3. Oh, Stuffenstein. This is one of the Stuffy related cards. Look at these. So Paladin Stuffy, he costs 3, but he has 3 life, 3 attack, and when he dies, he gives somebody bubble, which is pretty dang good. Although for 3, well, you get 3 damage from him too. But look at Stuffenstein. Also 3 again, so I might never play these. But all Stuffies are discarded. Bear gains their attack as strength and their health as block. So like Bear would become this, I don't know, with just the Stuffies I've been playing, like 5 strength monstrosity just murdering everybody. They might both be too expensive to really be realistic as options, but we'll see. Oh god, especially with line up, deal 3 damage to all minions for 1? Woo, that's pretty good. All right, now here we go. This part sucks. He is unremembering me twice. So I haven't even looked at my new cards, but he is unremembering. No, Warrior Stuffy. Well, he was expensive. That's okay. And he's unremembering my 4 damage attack. Those both are really good. Did I guess right? I mean, I knew none of those symbols would come up, but yeah, that's great. But I did take 2 damage from each instance of that. So, I would take 2 there. So now I could put them both on the basic Stuffy, which would not defeat him, or tank 1 damage on the bear. I'm going to put them both on the basic Stuffy. I've been pretty consistently murdering everything, so I think I'll probably be okay. All right, let's see. Do I have much? Okay, I can do some damage. Let's see what the square effect is. He's going to unremember all minions, which literally does nothing, and then he does 2 damage. So all he's doing this turn is doing 2 damage. Note that the boss does not have strength yet. It's when the actual nothing emerges. So if I can block 2, that'd be cool. Besides that, there's really not much going on here, except that if I play Berserk, I could do 5 more damage, but the wizard would be the one taking the 2 damage and we'd be out of position. But that's okay. I think I have my other switch card coming. And yeah, okay. So I'm gonna heal the bear too. I could actually heal the Stuffy too. But no, I mean, assuming we kill these guys, the Stuffy will be gone anyway. So I'll heal the bear, and then I'm doing 3 damage, and then we're switching the bear to the back. I'm doing 5 more. That is 8 plus 1 from the basic Stuffy is 9. So it's not quite enough to kill off the Whisper. definitely not enough to defeat the Voidling. If I attack the Whisper, he'll get his 2 shields back, so I'll have to do 4 more damage to kill him. Whisper definitely hits way harder, though. Well, I don't want to waste attack with the shield, so I'm going to get the Voidling down to 3 with that 9 damage. And we'll see if we get lucky with the flip again. All right, so he unremembers all minions. Nope. And then he does 2 damage to me. Now I wish I had taken the 1 damage on the bear, because I could have just healed it away in the basic stuff. You could take this, but I don't want to defeat him. Free damage is nice, so we'll take it on myself. So we got some good options this turn. Oh, and this worked out well. The Voidling is going to attack. Then he's going to unremember all minions, and all minions gain 2 blocks. So if I can do 3 damage, like, we're totally fine. Definitely the activations are serving well. All right, 1 energy to get the apprentice stuffy. That's obvious. Now, we could Berserk to switch the bear back, which I definitely want to do before I go into the final battle. I would only do 3 damage. I could use Annoyed and then have the bear take a damage. That would give him 1 strength, and then he would immediately do 4 damage, and then he would immediately do 4 more damage when I switch. And then we're doing I think we're going to kill everybody. This just seems to be how this play is going. I mean, do I want to hurt the bear? Why not, man? He's got a lot. All right, so that was 1 for the apprentice stuffy. I'll play Annoyed for free. Then I'm going to play Quick Stitch for free. I deal 1 damage to the bear and apply 1 strength. Now, order... Like, do I deal the 1 damage and then Annoyed triggers? I'm going to rule that, like, the card gets finished and I apply the 1 strength. I could apply it to anybody, but the bear's going to attack twice. And then Annoyed triggers and I deal 3 + 1, 4 damage. Although, actually, the 3 + 1 doesn't matter because I'm just going to kill the Voidling and I get a potion. Potion of damage. Deal 5 damage to an enemy. Heck yeah. Okay, then I'll do Berserk. Switch him back and he's doing 3 damage + 1, 4. So that takes away 2 and he's down to 6. That was my second energy. Oh, and then I can't do Defend, but do I need to? No, he's given minions block this turn. All right, and then my Stuffy's go into action and deal 3 more damage. Get him down to 3, but he does get some shield. And then he unremembers all minions, and all minions gain 2 more block. So I got to do 7 to defeat this guy. And now it's a square or a circle, both of whom are dead. And we can deal with that. Although, honestly, if we don't defeat this guy this turn, I'm doing something wrong, right? Oh, man, I was hoping I would get my heal spell. All right, so I could bring out the Warrior Stuffy, who will gain 1 strength for each other Stuffy, so he'll be hitting for 4. I don't want to hurt the bear anymore, even though I could do Stop Hitting Yourself and then Tit for Tat to do 10 damage. But I don't need 7, right? Yeah, so literally, Warrior Stuffy by himself is already enough. So that's 2. What the heck? The bear can jump in and do 3 more. He doesn't have strength. Where'd that come from? Well, that was last turn. Yes, that'd be 3, 4, 6, 10. And we only needed 7, so that never goes off. And we can clear the row. Let's look. Yeah, again, Paladin Stuffy seems a little wacky. I mean, what does it do? I spend my entire turn doing 3 damage, and then I can tank 3 damage and then immediately apply a bubble. So it's definitely like blocking a lot, but I feel like my other cards do that pretty well. Link Arms is not bad because I do have ways to deal damage. But, I mean, just 10 block... Like, I'd rather be defeating people, right? Line up, like I said, is great. Although, boss battles, sometimes you can just go straight to the boss's face. I am going to clear these. And see some other options. All right, let's see. Reps. If you have switched, gain 2 strength this turn. Haven't really been going for a switching strategy. Shadow Bear. If you have switched, gain 3 block and deal 3 damage. Okay. Play your next spell twice. I mean, I can do my heal, bubble, attack's like really the only one that would work great for. And then Juggernaut, remove all block, deal damage equal to the block that was removed. But it's a 0. That's at least workable, I think. Honestly, I wish I could go back to the cards I had before. Oh, I didn't even show you my thing. I can get 3 health or get 2 cards or a card and a call. I might do that. For the 3 health, I'm assuming you can split it. I'm just going to make an executive decision. They sent me like a 1-page rule for these characters. Things are not super explained yet. But I mean, I think it makes sense that for like the end of battle healing effects, you could do that a bit more flexibly. And so I need to get one thing. I guess it's Juggernaut. I mean, damage is damage. Although reps, I mean, it costs 1. That's the problem with reps, right? Like, because if I have to have already switched. Like, if I played Berserk, I already did some damage and already spent an energy. If I then play reps to gain 2 strength, what do I have left to do damage with? Like, I guess if I also had Annoyed, which is 0, and also had, where is it? Stop hitting yourself, which is 0. Like, maybe I could get lucky, but that's just a lot of ifs. The Shadow Bear is better because that's free. Like, that's actually pretty good. But here's the thing. I have one card that switches me no matter where I am, and one card that switches me only if the bear is in the back. Out of, now at this point, my deck is pretty large. Yeah, I really don't love these. I guess I could take no card, right? I think I don't have to take the rewards. I mean, how good is Juggernaut? How much block do I actually have? I have Defend, which would get 6 block. So that would become, although it costs 2 energy, but that would become 6 damage. But for 2 energy, like, that's really not that great. And then would I have, like, the Guard one? Block. Yeah. I mean, I could gain a card just planning to cull it if I don't like the new card that comes up. But instead of it, I'm going to refuse the first reward and cull Bubble. Like, super cool, totally unique mechanic of the wizard. I just ain't playing it, and I want to go through and get my other cards faster. All right, so that's it. Let's fight the final boss. All right, so he is becoming the nothing, and he gets 1 strength for the 5 memories he had. Let's get some level 1 minions. Oh, here we go. I was waiting for him. Remember I mentioned the Neverending Story. Look, he's got Gamorg. What was he in the actual movie? The Gamorg? I read the book too, but it's been forever. But yeah, so his power is he unremembers all minions when he activates, and then he gains 1 strength for each minion with no memories. Ouch. And he's got 8. Stretch is back, not guarding yet. 8. Brickmaw is back, not gaining strength yet. 7. And what's the nothing going to do? He's going to deal 1 damage, then unremember all minions, then summon a minion, which if I haven't defeated any minions, he'll just flip the top card from the deck and it'll activate immediately. Or he's going to deal 1 damage, unremember all minions, gain 2 block for each minion with no memories. So either way, Stretch, what does he stretch? Stretch Strong Arms is coming in, like he'll be guarding. But I could just potentially get a big attack on the boss this turn. We'll see how that goes. I'm really hoping I get like stuffies early for just, there's 1, although I don't really want to play him until I get the other stuffy out for max strength. Yeah, there's no way to use Bond, so this is a pretty boring turn. I think I'm going to do Apprentice Stuffy and Defend to gain 6 block and deal 3 damage. And for the 3 damage, I'm actually going to hit Stretch, because he's definitely going to be guarding for the boss in a second, so I'd rather defeat him so he can't attack if his card comes up later. Then the Apprentice Stuffy does 2 more damage. I forgot that was a stronger one. Oh, I do have my Potion of Damage. But no, I don't want to destroy somebody because I don't want him to just summon another minion. I'd rather have the guy be about to die. All right, so which one is it? It is the square. So Brickmaw's attacking for 3. We'll block that with one of our 3. Then the nothing is dealing 2 damage. We'll block that with our other 3. So we have 1 guard left. Then he's unremembering everybody. So he's got 2 towards getting another strength. He can still get more strength during the battles. And now Stretch Strong Arms is guarding. And then he summons a minion who is Brickmaw, who's going to attack for 2. Yeah, definitely not killing the Apprentice Stuffy. So down to 15 life, took 1 damage after the guard. And that definitely not going to hit the Apprentice Stuffy. Okay, that wasn't bad. Oh, and that's funny. So this might have been a mystery, but that was the exact same card we had a second ago, right? Which means we know with 100% accuracy that Stretch Strong Arms is going to activate. So if we kill him, that's fabulous. And then he's going to gain 2 block for each minion with no memories. All right. So this might be a smack the boss a lot turn. We'll see how it goes. That's 1 for sure. I didn't even look what the other options were. Oh, this is such a good combo. This is the best it could be. So I'm going to play Annoyed for 0. Then I'm going to play Quick Stitch, dealing 1 damage to Bear, but he gets 1 strength. And again, I'm just executive decisioning that all activates before this. So he's doing 4 damage, which has to be on Stretch Strong Arm, so I do waste a little bit of it. But then, I think this is a boss to the face moment. I'm going to do Berserk, which switches me to the back. That might be bad, but we'll see. So he's going to do 6 damage. Then he's going to do, now it is 2 damage to stealth because he's got the strength, but then he's doing, wait, hold on. 6. He took damage again, so he's doing 4 after he hurts himself, and then 6 more. So that is 16 damage. Oh, and then 3 more. So 19 damage. Hey, nothing. I think you're living up to your name. Okay, so he's down to 11. Yeah, there's no way we don't wrap this up in a few seconds. Oh, God, and I still have my grenade? All right, so it should be a circle, unless I'm crazy. Yep, so nothing there. He deals 2 damage to the wizard, who's in front now. Or actually, I'll put it on the basic stuffy. Why not? And then he unremembers all minions, which is not enough to get him a strength yet. And then he gains 2 block for each minion with no memories. Okay, so the Kamorg gets him 2. And then, I feel like we had that card before. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Kamorg this time. But, I mean, this guy's dying. Who cares? Oh, I got the Warrior Stuffy. Let's definitely put him out for 2 of my 3. And he gets 2 strength immediately. And then, I just want to hit, right? Yeah, let's do Stop Hitting Yourself. Bear hurts himself and does 5 damage. He gets rid of his shield and gets him down to 8. Bye-bye, buddy. And then just so the wizard can say that he helped. I guess he's summoning everybody. He's in the front, so only does 3 damage. But then Warrior Stuffy does 4. Basic Stuffy does 1. Apprentice Stuffy does 2 more. Scorched Earth, people. There you go. So that was a butchering in small-time heroes. And yeah, again, I never use the bubbles. The best defense is a good offense, right? And I certainly took down some toys and some nothing burgers here. Yeah, so what do I think of this one? Well, I mean, the big concern, you can probably see already, and I would say this is the case for the Cleric too, is that the characters are maybe a little too powerful. But to be fair, when I'm playing with the Rogue and sometimes with the Warrior, that's the only one that I can't like consistently destroy. I tend to win the basic game pretty easily there too. But yeah, they're still testing, they're still developing, they're still balancing stuff. So it's not a big concern, but it's just like the one thing to put out there. But besides that, the Wizard is a ton of fun. I love summoning characters in other games, so it's really cool to have one here. And this whole front-back mechanic is pretty neat. Now, my build like really didn't lean into that. Didn't lean into the interesting stuff you can do with bubbles, like if you do have the Wizard in the front. So like any character in this game, there's a lot more to explore here, and I think that's great. Oh, that's right, I still had a grenade. You know what, I'll just blow up Brickmar or something. But yes, Wizard, ton of fun so far. The Cleric is also super cool. He has no block gaining cards in his deck. Instead, he's got this Wrathful card, and he's got a ton of healing cards. And what happens is a lot of his cards will lower or raise his Wrath. And when it's lower, his healing cards heal him, and all his attacks get automatic strength, even +3 strength on the 1. But when he's in his Wrathful side, all of his healing cards deal damage instead. And at 9, they even deal +1 damage. And then he's got like this 1 starting card that sends his Wrath back to 2, but deals damage equal to his current Wrath. So like 8 or 9 if you save up right. So he's really cool. Reminds me a bit of the Monk from Slay the Spire, although very much doing his own thing. And the Wizard is like completely his own thing. Like I guess he's closest to the... what's that guy? The guy with the elements like the lightning and the fire and the frost. Like that's the closest he is because that guy sort of summons like little people to do things for him. But yes, really only the Warrior in the original release is pretty close to somebody. Like he's very heavily inspired by the Ironclad. But all 3 of the other heroes so far have been super different from Slay the Spire people. But yeah, so the Cleric is fun. Again, too strong. Like he's just, I've just demolished with him. Like he heals too much and it's really hard for him to take any damage. But I really like this mechanic of modifying his stuff. And the Nothing is cool too. I'm not sure if he's as exciting as like some of the best bosses from the original game yet. But for one new boss, I really like him. What I think is coolest is that the enemies level up, basically, which we've never had before. Like, well, I guess minions could get strength, so that's kind of leveling up. But yeah, them like unlocking abilities with the unremembering thing is pretty neat. And trying to stop that so that the boss doesn't level up is a cool mechanic. I mean, when you murder them all immediately with wizard power and bear brutality, it doesn't matter too much. But, you know, in theory, the mechanic is cool, and I've enjoyed my plays with him. So that is Small Time Heroes. Again, one of my favorite games from last year, one of Peter's favorite games. And honestly, like with this expansion, it just makes it better because the one thing Small Time Heroes was lacking was a little bit more variety. Now this would give you, I think, 8 bosses and 4 heroes. The campaign mode is awesome. The basic play mode is awesome. So yeah, this is one of my favorite cooperative and solo games. Just a great time. So I would definitely say, if you haven't played it yet, check out the Small Time Heroes campaign running right now. It's the best game in Gabe Barrett's solo series for me. And yeah, it's just awesome. So that is it. Thanks for watching, everybody. And a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Miles, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.